Hey all, so today I'm going to have a quick look at Westward Ho in North Devon. Down here on a family holiday, so it'd be rude not to come out and have a look. And today happens to be one of the calmest and nicest days so far. Had a few days where the winds were pretty horrendous and the waves were choppy, which was great. I mean, I got a couple of good shots from that, which I may well post in this video. But today's a bit calmer, a bit nicer, a bit softer. So we'll go and have a look and see what we can do. So this is going to be the first place that I'm going to have a quick look. There's a concrete structure that runs all the way down. It's like a walkway. I think they call it pipeline walk or pipeline walkway or something like that. I mean, probably for obvious reasons, there's probably a pipe underneath it, but I'm going to jump down here and have a look. I don't want to go down into the town because there's still quite a few people around. It's such a nice evening. But we're going to have a look and see what we can find. I'm sure there's something down there. Okay, so just grabbed a quick shot of that reflection of the hotel there. If it came out all right, I'll show you that one now. So I just had a quick chat with a local fisherman because obviously I'm not local, so I need to know what the tides are doing. And obviously I know when the high tide is, but this particular area I'm shooting in at the moment, there's a gully. And he said that when the swells come in, they will hit that and it will come right over the top. I'll see if I can show you now. And he's telling me that not long, and we're gonna have big swells that are gonna come in, hit that, come right up over the top. So he said to mind your gear. So I think to play safe, I'm gonna wander on down. He said if I move down this way 100 yards or so, I can get up a bit further and probably shoot for a little bit longer before I start taking risks. So I'm going to wander down there and check that out now. So before I moved on, I did take one sneaky shot of the gully. Thankfully I didn't get wet. Whether it's worth sharing or not, I'm still not sure, but I will show it to you. At the end of the day, it's really important if you're in a place that you don't know, try and gain some local knowledge by talking to local fishermen. You know, the fishermen always get in your way when you're trying to take a photo. No, but seriously, like, you know, get some inside information on the tide and just know what you're doing and don't take any risks. Because, you know, you might only do it once. That'll be your last time, so it's not worth it. So just stay safe, guys. I think I'm in that kind of, that giddy phase where there's so much to look at that I don't know where. I'm just running around like a headless chicken, just trying to take shots left, right and centre. But I'm not really giving a huge amount of thought into what I'm doing. So I need to, I mean, I'd like to say I need to slow it down, but I'm running out of time. So it's not the easiest thing to do, is it? But I don't know. I'll just keep going. I'm bound to get a good one somewhere. Bound to get a good one. Yeah, the swells are definitely getting bigger now. And they're quite extreme when they happen as well. So I'm gonna have to be careful, just to make sure my exit is clear. And I know exactly where I'm going, but let me show you this. All right, so I think I found a composition that might work. I just need to wait for the tide for a little bit longer. But I'll see if I can show you it. You probably won't be able to see it on the back of the camera. Let me just See if it will work. I don't know if you can see this, but I've got these rocks, these big large pebbles here in a rock pool. And they're kind of going off in an S kind of shape. So I'm hoping that kind of leads you into the image. If I show you it like this. So kind of up and over this way and out there, but I need some of the tide to come up over these rocks in the foreground to give me a bit of breakwater and a bit of movement. So I'm going to hang around for a bit and see if this one pans out, but I'm not sure how much light I've got left. Let me check the time. Okay, it's 4:05, sunset is 20 past. So there's a bit left. I don't think I'm going to get much in the way of colour. It's been an absolutely beautiful blue sky day all day today. And then in typical me fashion, come sunset, that dreaded bank of cloud right on the horizon. But if I get a little bit of colour spill through that, it'd be great. If not, I'll just do a bit of blue hour shooting and we'll embrace the blue tones. So it's no big deal. I'm not going to cry about it. Not on camera anyway. Maybe later. Into my pillow. So I'm still waiting for the tide for that shot with the pebbles. But whilst I was waiting, I just turned around and looked behind. And look at those reflections in this pool here. It's reflecting all of the colourful beach huts. So I'm feeling like after I've got this shot, if I get this shot, I might be going up there for some detail shots in those rock pools, because that could be pretty cool. Tide is definitely coming in, obviously coming in further now. But I do fear that I'm going to have quite a wait before it gets up over these rocks here. Although, I don't know. You know how quickly these things can pan out. So, I mean, it's coming up past me there, but I am actually safe because just literally across this walkway over there, into that corner there's a way up. I actually came down there the other night and took a couple of shots from there when it was really, really rough. So I'm pretty good and I'm okay. I've got an escape route. So like I said before, just don't take any risks when it comes to the tide, especially when you don't know the area you're in. But it's definitely looking like it's going to be a more kind of blue hour orientated shoot tonight, I think, because I don't think any of that colour is gonna spill over. It may do, I don't know, but I'm still sitting on this shot here. Probably can't see it, can you? But it's basically these pebbles. I feel if I don't commit to just one shot at the moment, I'm going to be running around like an idiot and I'm going to end up with nothing. So I have to see this one out. And then anything after that, well, it'd be a bonus, won't it? So this shot didn't work exactly as I wanted it to. As the tide came in, it submerged the rocks a little bit too much. I was hoping for just a bit of whitewash over the top of the rocks, but I got this one, which I think was okay. So yeah, anyway, this is Westward Ho, and I can't remember exactly. I mean, I'd have to Google it to be sure, but I'm sure the beach, which is all the way along there, it's something like 2 miles long. It's a absolutely beautiful, flat, sandy beach, absolutely gorgeous. And then you come a little further south, and you've got these rocks, which remind me very much of Heartland Quay, which is actually just over there. You can see, well, that's not Heartland Quay as such, but on that peninsula over there is Heartland Quay. So yeah, it's a pretty nice place, to be fair. I'm just, like I said, I'm a bit giddy with excitement, and I can't nail a composition down. Oh, do you know what? I'm gonna have a moan about this Z7 now, because the minute the damn thing goes to sleep, it reverts from 2-second timer back to standard single shot shutter, and if you're not careful, you'll introduce a little shake if you let it go to sleep. It's a bloody ridiculous thing that Nikon needs to sort out. Simple firmware would stop that, unless anybody knows of a way of dealing with that. I mean, if so, please share. Because it drives me nuts. Oh, that reflection shot that I was talking about behind. There's a guy walking his dog along there, and you can see him in the reflection. That would have been such a good shot. You have to ramp the ISO for that one now, because it's getting dark now. I'm definitely going to have a go at one of those. Definitely going to have a go. Hopefully I'll have something to show you. So I decided to go wide on this shot because I like the way you had the movement of the water on the left hand side and the completely still reflection image on the right hand side, and I think it turned out okay. So it's the next day, guys, and the end of the beach that I didn't want to go to yesterday because there's too many people about, I've decided to come down to today. It's been pouring down with rain most of the day, but this afternoon, evening is actually looking all right. Not sure what's going to happen sunset wise, but that's what it's all about, right? Finding out. So still quite a few people around, so I'm not sure if I'm going to make it. I wanted to photograph, there's some groins up this end of the beach. I wanted to photograph that, but I don't think that's going to happen. There's too many people about still, as it is a Saturday now, so not ideal. So I'm going to try and work with some of the rocks again and head down a bit closer to the tide. The tide, high tide's not until 7 tonight, and sunset is 4:20. So the tide should only be at about 5 meters, about 5 of 8, something like that. So I'm going to get down closer to the tide line and see what we can do. So see you in a bit. So you can see up here, that's where the groins are, and the tide is still all the way down here. Like I said, it's not high until 7 o'clock, so I don't think there's any chance of getting a shot with those groins. It's going to be pitch black by the time the tide gets up there. So I'll have a look down here and see if we can find anything. This looks promising. I do have to be careful though, because the tide is coming around behind. Yeah, it is actually. It's still flowing in now as we speak on both sides. So I'm thinking that's maybe not such a good idea. I think I'll pass on that one. I'm going to get cut off. I've only got half wellies on and I don't want to get cut off. So again today I'll be using the Nikon Z7 with the Viltrox 14mm f4, which so far, I've only used it a couple of times, but it's a pretty impressive lens to be fair, and it's cheap. On the front of that I've got a Nissi polarizer, circular polarizer, and a 3-stop medium graduated filter, just to hold that sky back just a little bit. I always aim for about 1.3 to 1.6 seconds on the shutter speed to get the motion that I like, but with a slower tide it doesn't always work, but a bit of trial and error to find out what we need. So I'm going to see if I can set up a composition and I'll come back to you in a sec. Alright, so I've had to move again because the tide is coming in faster than expected, but I'm trying to incorporate, there's a nice bit of light falling on the beach, and if I should turn you around this way, there's a nice curve to the beach, light off in the background, and in vertical composition, f14, and it's 1.6 seconds, just waiting for a little bit of tide to come in. Not too fussed about the people on the beach at the moment because I'll be able to get rid of those in post, but let's have a look. If this shot's any good, I'll put it up for you now. So I decided to leave the people in as they didn't really move very much, so stayed reasonably sharp, and I think they add to the image. And another thing I like about this image is the catch lights on the pebbles in the bottom left corner. I think they just add a nice little
flash of colour.
Hopefully that shot came out quite cool, because there was a lady stood taking a photograph on her phone out into the distance, and she stood still for a good couple of seconds during the shot, so she'll probably be in that one, and hopefully nice and sharp, so that should be cool. So I'm going to have to move in a minute because my wellies are not welly enough. In fact, I'm going out because some of these pools are deeper than they look, and I don't want to get what I like to call a booter. So I'm getting out of here. In fact, it's coming in faster than I can walk. Let's get out of it and set up somewhere a little safer with less chance of getting wet. Like probably here somewhere. All right. Look at the light falling on the beach in the distance. There's just too many people there for my liking, really, which is a real shame. It's a bit of a shame here because the sun goes down behind that peninsula there. So you do lose a fair bit of the actual direct light. So you have to just kind of hope that you get it before it goes down too far, and hope that you get some colour in the sky. But we'll make do. We'll make do. I'm going to go down closer to the tide line, over that way, see what we can get. Yeah, there's definitely low spots on this beach where the tide comes in first. You can see here, I mean, the beach is considerably higher than the rocky area. But might hang around here for a bit and see if I can do anything with these nice curves that are coming along here. Okay, now that was quite a tasty shot. So I've come onto the flats, the flat sand, and the tide's coming up, and then it's retreating for a good couple of seconds, and it's leaving some beautiful streaks. I mean, provided my tripod stays level, this could potentially be a decent shot. So if so, I'll show you the shot now. So beautiful, but the trouble is, as we all know, when the tide's moving on the sand and your tripod stood on the sand, you in a big risk of tripod movement. Doesn't matter how hard you stick it down into the ground, it still happens. But it makes you disorientated as well, doesn't it, when you stood on it and it's whooshing away. It gives you a bit of a head wobble. Right, I am wondering if I can get those groins. The tide's starting to reach them. Am I brave enough? I mean, that one was a pretty big swell, to be fair. Oh. Right, I'm going to go for it. Going to head over to the groins. I mean, all it means is that my escape route will have to be up over the wave break bar. It's a massive pebble bar along the back and over the rocks, but it's all right, it's doable. Anyway, go away, I've got a shot to take. Hey, look at this. You can't have a go at that, right? Look at the back of the camera. It's massive exposure time on this one. I've gone back up to f14, so I want to make sure everything's sharp from front to back. And yeah, it's looking good on the back of the camera. Hopefully I'll get my shot before it reaches my tripod. Come on, come on. Yes, you little beauty. Right, I gotta move because it's coming up behind me now. Let's try shooting from this side.
So this is a shot that I got from the other side, and I think it worked out quite well.
What do you think? Okay, I mean that's equally as impressive, I think. Let's have a look. Let's get my exposure right. Yeah, exposure's looking absolutely cock on. I might drop down to f11 to reduce my shutter time a little bit, because when the tide comes in, I want to get the movement of the tide, but I want the shutter to close before the tide hits my tripod, so that I don't get any camera shake. But there's more groins over there with boards on, as you can see. So I've got a fair bit of shooting left, I reckon. It's going to be into silly shutter times, but I don't really care. I'm not fussed about that. As long as I can keep the camera still, that's all I need to do, right? Just look at this. Epic skies. This shot worked out equally as well, if not better, than the one from the other side, I think. Again, what do you think? Which would you prefer? Oh, that was some pretty sweet shooting right there. Right, let's head over to these other groins. I need to be on shooting this side of them, really, because that's where the last of the light is coming from. So to get any sort of definition on those groins, I need to be shooting this side of them. So let's see what we can do with these ones. And there's lots of them all going all down the beach, so oh my god, the sky looks amazing. All right, back in a minute. Just look at this. Look at that sky. The back of the camera. Probably can't see that, can you? I've decided to take the grad off because I don't think I need that now, because the light's faded quite a bit. But I'm going to keep the polarizer on. Because I think I can still make use of that with the tide, which incidentally is coming in right now. And I need to get that shot. So come on, get in there. Right, thank you. So I'm going for a vertical composition on this one, just to emphasize those groins a little bit. F11, 8 seconds. Still got the polarizer on just to control what's left of the reflections. We'll see how that turns out. I mean, it's looking pretty nice, to be fair. Just want a little bit more tide, a bit more water to come in, and we should be good. And then I think it's not going to be long before I got to wrap this up, because it's getting pretty dark now. But let me show you this. If you can even see it, which is highly unlikely, to be fair. But all I got to do to get out of here is just straight up here and over those rocks. You can see the people walking around just there. It's just really no big deal. Not going to get caught by the tide on this one. Slowed down a little bit on this bit now. But we shall see. I need to check time, actually, because I only had a certain amount of time on my car parking ticket. Oh, I've still got an hour left on that yet. I'm not sure if I've got a leak in my boot or whether I actually got water over the top. Feels like I got a wet foot. I don't know. I need this tide to come in just a little bit more. So I didn't quite get the shot that I was after on this last one, but the shot I did get, I was reasonably happy with it. Right, well, I think that's it, guys. So thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and drop a comment or whatever, and subscribe if you like. If not, don't. See you in the next one, hopefully. Cheers for now.